Memory lane with the minis, one creeping there, 34, Bruce Allen, the pole sitter. Flag is up, and away they go with Allen away quickly. But Frank Dartell caught the second gear and drew level momentarily as they head up the hill, looking for John Mann's Mustang, number 54. And look at the acceleration as he passes the minis, heading up to Nissan Skyline for the first time. Ducks down on the inside of Allen as they drop down now into Dunlop Loop.
Bruce Allen, the leader in the Mini, but he's got the big V8 Mustang right behind him, and it's come from the third row of the grid to pass the Minis up the hill. Bruce Allen leading in the Mini from the big Ford Mustang as they sweep down into the back section of the course. And in third place is Frank Dartell, and Don Holland there in number 10 in the Mini, bringing up four.
Don Holland, of course, knows his way round Amaroo Park quite well. Has been a regular here for probably 2 decades. Okay, the Mustang driven by John Mann, keeping the pressure on the Cortina, number 77. That's Robert Cobden going wide, 93 going through as well as they head down to the lake corner. The Mustang still sitting there. Mann hasn't been able to get the inside grip here on the Mini. Now, horsepower should come into play as they come up. No, it still doesn't as they go through Camalco Corner and now down the front straight for the completion of one lap. Still 4 remaining in this Golden Oldies event, the Appendix J race. And here comes Mann with the Mustang. He's got the good run of the inside up across the rail and takes over the lead at the top of Nissan on the first lap completed. Still plenty of Minis barking at his heels, and so too is Bruce Allen, who's just been passed. He'll probably put some pressure on down the back part of the course.
And surprisingly, the 4 Minis out-qualified the big V8 Ford Mustang, but John Mann has been able to come through on the first lap and take over the front running of this 5-lap Appendix J sprint race.
Starting to stretch out just a little at the back of the field. We even actually have a Volkswagen with Greg Mackey in contention here. Number 28 started last. There's 34. Bruce Allen still running in second spot as they head down to the lake corner again. John Mann still the leader, but notice how the Mini closes up here in the right-hander. Mann needs only to make a mistake or two, and he's going to have 3 Minis at least snapping at his heels. They come through now for the completion of another lap. So that's 2 completed and 3 remain in the Lesvag Holden Golden Oldies event here at Amaroo Park.
Bruce Allen in second in the white Mini, number 34, over the top, down into the loop. But it's John Mann in the Mustang maintaining the front running. Then Bruce Allen, Frank Dartell in another Mini, and then Robert Tweedy bringing up 4th place. He slipped in front of Don Holland. Don Holland slipped back to 5th place now after starting in 3rd place on the grid. But it's Bruce Allen and Frank Dartell who are after the chase of the big Mustang driven by John Mann.
Yes, well, Dartell has been clinging in there for 3rd place since the event started, first time over and down into the loop. Just look how close Allen is again now to John Mann's Mustang as they come out of Honda Corner. Now the burst of speed down to the lake corner, the right-hander. Look for Allen's approach here on the inside. Closes right up behind the Mustang. Coming out of the corner, Allen now zips to the inside. Decides he can't do that. He's going to ride in the aerodynamic wake there. He's going to get a buffeting. Picks up the back wheel as they come out of the bend with 2 laps remaining. Dartell is staying in touch with them. This is where the Mustang gets away from the Minis, obviously up the hill where horsepower comes into play. Nissan Skyline again, and Mann has it all to himself. Then, of course, Allen back in second, and Frank Dartell in the red Mini in 3rd place. Now, from this point on, back to the front straight, you'll notice just how much pressure Allen can apply on John Mann and the Mustang. And Dartell, if anything, getting a little more competitive. He closed right up behind them and managed to shake him off heading down to Mazda Corner this time. We'll pick them up as they come down towards Honda Corner. The tight left-hander that'll take them down and around the lake, and there on the inside making his move was Allen. He approached that perhaps not the best way. Dartell now takes a deep breath and tries to work out a way around Allen. Allen almost had the inside there, but he picked up the back wheel. He's going to keep the pressure on our Mustang driver, John Mann, in the closing stages of this event.
And Robert Tweedy in number 79 has arrived in 4th place, so the big Ford Mustang's now got 3 Minis in his rear vision mirror. Last lap remaining, and down the tighter section through the back part of the course after they get over the Bitcher Pave Hill. I'd say John Mann's going to have his hands full holding off these 3 Minis. We're going to really try hard in the tighter part of the course where they're probably slightly better handling makes up for the horsepower advantage of the big V8 Ford Mustang. But it's John Mann leading, Bruce Allen in second, and Frank Dartell in third, and Robert Tweedy just dropped back a little bit now in 4th place.
looking good for a tight finish to this one. And here comes Allen on the outside. We'll see if he swings back on the inside as they come out of this corner. Man comes through in the Mustang, glued to his bumper though. There's Allen in 34. Dartell is back there. They're 20 back behind him. There's got one corner now. If he puts it together, Allen might get him on the inside. Leaves his braking very late. Now, if he can draw up alongside, the Mustang's going to have the power. Allen comes back on the inside. If he can put some pressure on him in the last corner. Checkered flag at the ready as they come out of this bend. It gives him a little nudge too. But across the strike, it's going to be Man in the Mustang. Allen in car number 34 and Frank...